Welcome, everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Of course, I'm your host, DBoss. I'm just going to let you all know that my hairstyle has been done by Sally's Floss International Hair Care at 746 Airport Road in Mississauga, Ontario. So if you want to get all your do's and all your braids and your weaves, you can just look her up. She's on IG, she's on Facebook, and you can make an appointment. But today, we got somebody who's been on our show before. And he's back here by himself for, as I said to him off air, you just got him here by himself. So anyways, I'm going to introduce with no other further ado, pop sensation, DELON.
DBoss, thank you so much for that heartfelt and gracious introduction. And by the way, the hair is looking fantastic. I may have to...
Oh, thank you. I haven't did this in a long time, oh my gosh, must be decades or something.
Sure, you said Sally Floss?
Sally's, yeah.
I'm going to have to reach out because,
she can do your hair too.
Absolutely. We have a big award show to attend in September, so I may
and I'm going to get mine done, and she does it all different styles. She has all different styles, all different ways, so everybody's hair doesn't look the same, like a copy.
You're right.
Like your carbon. Right. And she can do all types of hair, so it's good. And it's fast.
You gotta love that individuality. You need that personal flair. And you certainly have it.
So many people are getting their hair. They're going to go get their...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Their hair done. My mom had hers done and all that. So everybody, for me, this is okay. It's the Kardashian kind of style look, and all the big stars wear that.
Fantastic.
So anyways, I know that people maybe saw you before in something else, but can you let everybody know, DELON, what's your background so we can where you come from?
Absolutely. So I was on the show with the team entitled X. It was a group collective with Teria Morada, Ben Anthony LaVose, Fox, Gary, and that was a great experience in my life. We just released an album called The Gentleman and Scholar, Ben Anthony and myself, in 2021, and we garnered 2 Canadian Latin Award nominations. So very exciting. And as a matter of fact, as an offshoot of that, we got nominated for 2 OMAs, and the awards are next month on September 29th in Oshawa. And we got nominated for Best Director, Music Video, myself, and Best Video for Ben and myself. And I got nominated for Best Emerging Artist. So now I'm pursuing a solo career, and so far it's looking pretty fantastic. I'm really enjoying the freedom of expression, and most importantly, the love and the warmth from everyone who has followed me on this incredible journey. And little fun fact for you, in 2017, the same person who won the award for Best Emerging Artist was none other than Daniel Caesar. And he's gone on to do incredible things, winning Grammys, collaborating with Justin Bieber. So this could be my big break. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about the Theater of Cruelty, the new EP that you did.
Yes. Thank you very much. So that name, the Theater of Cruelty, was actually a concept created by a playwright. His name was Antonin Artaud back in like the 1900s, early 1900s. And he was a director for plays on stage. And his belief was that the arts should assault the senses, and not in a bad way. It should wake people from their apathy and wake people from their hopelessness and give them a new sense of hope by, showing what the world has to offer in terms of music and dance and acting. So I kind of took that idea, the Theater of Cruelty, and I really wanted to create an album that once again would shake people from their sense of hopelessness and sense of apathy. And in this particular album, I talk about a lot of things. I mean, the very first song is an interlude, and it speaks to Canada's recent discovery of unmarked Indigenous children's graves on the West Coast. And, that idea of cruelty, I think it's really important for us to acknowledge the role that we all play as Canadians, as settlers on occupied land, given, the legacies of colonialism and racial discrimination. But also some of the songs speak to anti-Black racism. I mean, 2020 was the year of racial reckoning with the death of George Floyd and, you know, the watershed movement for the Black Lives Matters campaign. So all of these things are interrelated, I think, and cruelty is the commonality. So I really wanted to create an album that speaks to cruelty. And even myself, you know, I've experienced cruelty growing up in a dysfunctional family and taking that trauma and anger and sadness and really projecting it into my music. So yeah, cruelty, I think, is the common feature in this album. And I really wanted to share that with listeners, letting them know that if you yourself have experienced cruelty, use the arts as a way to cope with it and heal from it.
Right. So how long did it take you to put, yeah, I know you did One More Time with Ben Anthony LaBoss. So how long did it take you to put this EP together?
Oh my goodness. Wow. You know, this has been a long time coming, DBoss. And I've got to say, I recently celebrated the death of the producer of this album. His name was Sheldon Moore. He passed 2 weeks ago. And, you know, I've known him for about 10 years. And some of these songs were sitting on the back burner for that long. And he met me when I was a young pup. You know, I had no experience at all. He really shaped me, developed me, molded me. And he took in so many other vital players in my life. You know, David Neal, who's also a producer on this album, who you met on Saturday at that lavish dinner with Sasha. And, you know, it was so lovely seeing you three-dimensionally in person because I've only known you, in virtual settings. So,
yes.
And you looked fabulous. The hair was on point. But I digress. But yes, Sheldon Moore mentored me. He mentored David Neal. And so really this album has been almost 10 years in the making. None of the music was released.
10 years?
Yeah, since I've met him. Because, you know, all of these ideas were sitting with me. And recently, last year, I decided to finish the songs and package them in an album with his blessing, of course. And, you know, the theater of cruelty. Life is cruel. You know, my mentor just died. So it's a reminder of the cruelty of life, but also the celebration of the arts and how the arts can be used to cope with that sense of cruelty.
Wow. So you have, okay, so you have a lot of people in here that's that helped you did the collaboration and worked on this EP with you, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna be hearing one song called Some. So tell us about that one.
Yeah, so it's a short form for Someone Special to Me.
Oh.
And the song talks about shadism and colorism in the West Indian community and even the Caribbean community. We released a video, and the video talks about social media dysmorphia and this phenomenon whereby young women think they need to undergo chemical peels and surgical procedures to make their skin look lighter because, as you know, DBoss, you know, in the Black community, the Caribbean community, the West Indian community, a lot of emphasis placed on fair skin. There is this belief that
colors, or you think that we have more favoritism or stuff
absolutely.
Like that,
and I hate to say it, but there's certain artists that practice this. You know, I know I'm not going to mention names, but there are a few artists that have received a lot of flack for shadism and colorism and perpetuating these very colonial ideas that the lighter shade you are, the more beautiful or desirable you are. So in this video, we have 3 women, and they're all racialized minorities. And they talk about their struggles with regards to social media dysmorphia and trying to live up to the expectation of being, quote unquote, beautiful by looking lighter. And of course, you know, the idea is to celebrate the diversity of all people, all walks of life. And the reminder is you are who you are, and that's someone special to me.
So for your background, because your background's, you have a Caribbean background, so just tell anybody that who doesn't know you what your background is.
Absolutely. So I am South American. My father was Arawak, which is indigenous to Brazil, and my mother was Indo-Caribbean from Guyana.
Well, I got mixed with Arawak.
No kidding! Wow. So where are you from? What country? Were you born here?
No, I'm born here, but my parents come from Barbados.
Barbados, yes.
Yeah, but on my dad's side, we have the Indian. That's the Arawak.
Yes, it's such an amazing history. You know, the Amerindians. So my father is Amerindian Arawak as well, but in Brazil. But as you know, the Arawaks are all over. You know, the Caribbean, all over.
Well, they try to kill off a lot of that race.
Yes, they did.
They, you know, and a lot of people don't know the history because a lot of that race, those Arawaks are not here.
Yeah.
But thank God that we we're, we're still here, and people are recognizing us now as that. So like a lot of people didn't know.
Wow, what a fabulous connection to you, DBoss. That's
Mhm.
a special connection we have now. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know either until until you ask your parents and their heritage and what's going on. And
Yeah.
we got a little bit of Jewish, we got a white, we got all that coming through us. So I have a big family in Panama and all that too. So like a lot of people don't realize when the Caribbean is just not one place where you come. It's all.
Yeah, and even when you say Brazil or Guyana or Barbados,
Mm-hmm.
it's really an empty concept because it's such a hodgepodge of different ethnicities and groups of people. So to say one is Guyanese is, it really means you can be anything, any walk of life, right?
Well, we accept the Guyanese culture. Guyana is in part of the Caribbean because even though they're in Spain, it's still we still they still acknowledge you.
Exactly.
They didn't want to leave you out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've worked with. So who would you like to work with that you haven't worked with, DELON?
Oh my goodness. Well, now that I've been nominated for the OMA award, gosh, I would love to work with Daniel Caesar because now we share that connection. He was nominated for that award back in 2017. Shawn Mendes was also nominated for that award. So I would love to work with those two individuals because they're extremely talented. And now we have that kinship, we have that connection, which I think is really special because, Durham is a very large community and to be nominated is such an honor. So I would love to work with any one of those guys because I think they are doing incredibly well for themselves.
Well, you're getting so busy. I remember a few years ago, you were like, oh, you're a little bit, you were doing your thing, but now you're more, solid.
Yeah.
Now know your direction and where you're going.
Yeah, it comes with experience. It comes with a sense of satisfaction and maybe even accomplishment because when you're starting off, you're trying to make a name for yourself. And now I feel like, I've made small strides with the Canadian Latin nominations, and I got some nominations with CBC Radio for the Searchlight competition, and now, of course, the OMAs. So slow but steady wins the race. I'm a bit more composed. It's like the turtle and the hare, right? You got to keep going at a very steady rate in order to achieve success.
Right. So, okay. So we're going to listen to this song, Someone Special.
Yeah, Someone Special.
By you. We're only listening to it, people. If you want to see the video, you can go over there. But it's his time, so he could do.
Here we go. For those watching, look at some hands.
You are who you are. Someone special for me. You are who you are. Someone special to me.
Yeah, falsetto. Michael Jackson here. People always say I sound a bit like Michael Jackson at that point.
You said that you're insecure. I said how much you go. Beauty queen in the magazine. Everything is not as it seems. Every page got a broken dream. Face promise says where you are. Who you are. Someone special to me. You are. Who you are. Someone special to me.
Back to the verse. The Michael for you.
Every night is a Monday. Forget all the things they say. You're I'll be there when you feel unsure, and when you hit the floor. You are someone special to me. You are someone special to me.
There's a good friend of mine named J. Raj playing the dole drum and the tabla. Very, very good.
Right. Well, we see somebody special in that video.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, that's right. Yes, you recognize that's my girlfriend playing one of the lead characters. Yes.
I said, wait a minute, that looks very familiar there.
Yeah, she would kill me if I didn't put her in a song called "Someone Special to Me," right? So I had to.
So you almost like you wrote that song for her then.
I did, yes, yeah.
Wow.
So, it's one of those things. And she's been very vocal about her struggles with shadism and colorism. She's a TikTok, Instagram personality, and sometimes she gets a lot of flack for being a bit darker skinned, and she gets made fun of, gets mocked. And it's really unbelievable to me, DBoss, in a virtual setting, this community of TikTok and Instagram, it's the amount of cruelty and hatred that people spew. It's totally beyond me. I was always brought up with the idea that you have nothing to say, don't say anything at all. But these people will go out of their way to make someone feel bad about themselves. I don't understand it. So the song was written to remind her that she is someone special to me, despite everything that she encounters online.
Well, we're happy to see this one. DELON Woman Love.
Thank you.
All right. So are there any shout outs that you want to give to anybody?
Absolutely. Well, I want to, have a happy belated birthday to Patrick. That was the gentleman we were celebrating on Saturday at Sasha's dinner. I want to give a shout out to David Neal, my girlfriend, of course, Taslima Razul. And, a shout out to Sheldon Moore, my fallen mentor, my fallen soldier, who is in heaven, no doubt, continuing to produce and create music with the angels. And of course, DBoss, thank you for giving me the platform and the opportunity to share this EP with you and others.
All right. So if people want to book you or get you out, so where can they find you on your social medias?
Absolutely. Everything is pretty much consistent across the board. It's DELON_OM. That's on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Feel free to direct message me on any of these platforms, and I will get back to you ASAP. And of course, I have a website, DELONOM.com as well. So
that's important that again, because the people that are not on those things, they can
exactly, yeah. There's a little
people always forget that not everybody's on Facebook or
that's true
platforms and stuff. So sometimes, but when they go to their website, it's okay to go directly. So there's anything in store for you, like any acting or anything, or?
Oh my goodness! Wow, well, I'm not handsome enough to be an actor, but that is something I'd love to try one day. But yeah, I think right now I'm just focusing on the OMAs, and hopefully I win the award. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, either way, it's an honor to be nominated.
Well, if you win it, you got to come back.
Absolutely.
And show it off.
No, we'll have a little after party. We'll have a party.
Oh, okay, definitely.
And my next performance, and Sasha will be there, and hopefully you'll come as well, DBoss. It's going to be downtown. It's called the Gin Distillery in October 26th. So it's a beautiful.
Oh, okay, she'll probably talk about that at that point.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's a beautiful.
Because we're only dealing with August, September stuff, and then that's like for us, that's way down the road. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope to see you there, regardless. But yeah, lots of things in the pipeline for sure.
All right. Well, DELON, it's always a pleasure having you on here and talking to people and seeing what you're doing. And we have you on by yourself. Wow, it's great when you're coming on with the other people too. But we, sometimes we can't really focus on everybody. We got to kind of go through everybody.
For sure.
So anyways, I do want to thank the viewers tonight for watching Real Life Matters here with DELON. And please follow him. Go listen to the music. Watch the video because the video is real good. So everybody, so bye for now. So good night. Peace.
Thank you, my dear. Take care.